Andy Films attends GalaxyCon next weekend, a spotlight on one of the sweetest actors I know, insight on the 13th episode of Greg Responds, and a couple of clues on what our next parody could be. All of that and more is coming up.
Who makes the greatest videos around? And you, it's and you, friend.
Hey guys, I'm Alea, and this is the News and You, sponsored by your merchandise purchases on Teespring. We're home of all things parody and your favorite wimpy alien, Greg Zienli. We release a new video every Friday at noon, so make sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification icon so you never miss a laugh. If you haven't heard, the And You team will be at GalaxyCon in Richmond, Virginia on Friday, May 31st. We'll have 11 of our parodies play at 4:30 p.m. on that Friday, and the screening will be followed by a Q&A with the And You team. This will be your chance to see your favorite parodies on the big screen and meet us in person. Can't make it to the screening? Well, we'll be hanging out at the con all day and would love to meet you. Can't make it to Richmond next weekend? Not a problem. This is just the beginning of our convention tour, and you can catch us at the next one. You can get your tickets and find out more info about GalaxyCon at richmond.galaxycon.com. We hope to see you next Friday in Richmond. Now it's time for some Wimpy Alien news. The 13th volume of Greg Responds is scheduled to be released this Friday. And if you've never seen a Greg Responds, this is a whole series where Greg Zienli responds to your comments from previous Wimpy Alien episodes. And in this next installment, Greg will be putting his younger brother Manny on trial for all of his malicious behavior with the help of your YouTube comments. Will, how are YouTube comments chosen for Greg Responds episodes?
Oh, well, I look at a lot of different things when selecting comments. Are they funny? Are they particularly relevant to a potential plotline for Greg Responds? It's very story-based. So it might seem random at a distance, but a lot of it is very, carefully determined by plot and by comedy. But the best way to try to get a comment in is to just try to think of something original and thematic to say. And then every now and then I'll also just throw in, here's a wacky wild favorite. Like, this doesn't apply to anything, but it makes me laugh a lot.
So if your comment doesn't happen in this Greg Responds, stay tuned because we make a Greg Responds quite a bit.
Oh, yeah.
And your comment may make it into the next one because it seems like Will stocks them up for future episodes.
I read all of them.
Find out what happens to Manny this Friday in the 13th volume of Greg Responds. And now it's time for our And You Spotlight. We couldn't make these parodies alone. This week we shine the spotlight on actor and singer Rebecca Pebble. Hello, we're with Rebecca Pebble, and she has been acting with Andy Films for a long time, all the way back from their first feature film, Flashback. That's correct. Can you talk a little bit about your It Perfect experience?
Oh, It Perfect was so much fun. We got to learn choreography in the morning, and I am not a dancer, so
You could have fooled me. You were wonderful.
the editing was great. But that was fun because Rebecca's a great choreographer, so she worked with us and those of us that are dance impaired. And
You were great. Okay, you were up there with John Mondelli, so.
Fair enough. But yeah, it was great, and getting to sing again because it had been a while. And so that was a lot of fun learning the music.
Is our 72-step plan to winning regionals.
Boring.
Excuse me?
Want to get the world's attention? You gotta make an impact.
I'm sort of the Easter egg of Andy
There we go.
Yeah,
There we
yeah.
go. You have been one of my favorite actresses to work with. And how can people find you if they want to find out more about Rebecca?
Great. So I have a YouTube channel. It's Rebecca Pebble. And there I discuss personality typing, if you're into that sort of thing, like Myers-Briggs, and also self-growth and self-development and all that good stuff. And I have a website about to launch.
Ooh, okay.
So it's probably up by the time this is ready. RebeccaPebble.com.
You can check out the full interview with Rebecca next Wednesday in our behind the scenes playlist, and you can see her previous work in our parody shorts playlist. And speaking of parodies, we are so excited for our May mashup. We'll have a whole summer of Wimpy Alien, but we have something a little different in store for you for May. This is sure to be a blockbuster, and you may think we're a little square for going in this direction, but it'll definitely get you to think outside the box. I promise it'll be a blast. Let us know if you're excited in the comments below. Now it's time for Ask Us Anything. This is your chance to ask us anything, and your first question comes from Jessica Hall. I'll give this to you, Brendan. What is your favorite game and your favorite movie?
As far as my favorite video game goes, it's probably the original Super Mario Bros. 3 on NES, but as far as games I play the most right now, it's Stickman Archer on my phone. As far as films go, that's a really hard question, but I think it's a three-way tie between Back to the Future, the best time travel film ever made, Jaws, the best fish film ever made, and Star Wars, the best Wookiee film ever made.
Our next one comes from Max Dark Tamer. DC or Marvel? I'll take this one. So if you asked me a few years ago, I absolutely would have said DC because I'm a huge Bruce Wayne fan. But after Endgame and the 22 films that Marvel Studios just made, I'm gonna say Marvel. And our last question for the week comes from Dublerius. Sonic the Hedgehog versus Blue Shrek, aka Will Smith Genie. Sincerely, Fake Paul Rudd. Will, what do you think?
Well, fake Paul Rudd. I guess if it's which one would I rather hang out with, I would definitely go with Blue Shrek Genie, because at least under all that weird CGI, you got Will Smith. But if it's which one would I rather have on my dream team to give kids nightmares forever, gotta be Sonic.
If we didn't get to your question this week, don't worry. We'll make sure to get to it in future News and You episodes. And if you have a question, make sure to ask it below. We'd love to answer them. Again, this Friday at noon, don't miss the next installment of Greg Responds. And next Friday is a brand new parody that I think you guys will really enjoy. You can keep up to date with us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And if you want to go And You or Wimpy Alien crazy, you can get shirts like this and much more at our store on Teespring. It's your purchases on Teespring that make it possible for us to keep making parodies for you to enjoy. Thank you again for your support. I'm Malaya, and remember, we wouldn't be And You without you.
Hi, my name is Rebecca Pebble. Please subscribe to And You Films.
The News and You was not filmed before a live audience at the And You Studios in DeLand, Florida.
Who makes the greatest videos around? And you, it's And You Film.